Why was he taking his headset off with 3 seconds left in the game? Why do we end the game with 2 timeouts? We still have those timeouts. Why did we get the ball with 1 minute and 6 seconds left on the clock and the first play was 2 yards and the first play took all of 26 seconds? That is awful clock management. So you're telling me within those 26 seconds, absolutely nobody on that sideline knew to call a timeout? Pat Schumer didn't know to call a timeout? Coach Prime didn't know to call a timeout? Nobody thought to call a timeout on that sideline when 26 seconds are going by? Why not? The other thing is, as I'm sitting there, I'm looking at Salters get anxious. I'm looking at him look like the game is happening too fast. I'm looking at him make almost irrational decisions. Why didn't anybody call a timeout? Why did we end the game with 2 timeouts? Why is our clock management piss poor? Why? At what point are we going to fix it? At what point are we going to improve that clock management? It is not okay to have the ball back to go tie the game and have 1 minute and 6 seconds on the clock and a 2-minute drill and you have 2 timeouts and you don't call any of those timeouts. Why did you not call any of those timeouts, Coach Prime? Why did you not call a single timeout, Coach Prime? And why did you take your headset off with 3 seconds left to go? Why didn't you call a timeout? Why didn't you call a timeout and go settle your quarterback? Why didn't you call a timeout and just have everybody take a deep breath? Why did you never call a timeout with 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go in that game to get your team calm and to get them on the right track? Why did we not call timeouts? That is embarrassing. That was pathetic. And that was the worst display of coaching time management I have ever seen in this moment. I can think of a worse situation, but that clock management was piss poor and that was embarrassing. Coach Prime and his coaching staff has to figure out how to clock manage. They have to figure out how to manage this clock. Leaving this game with 2 timeouts is not only disappointing, it's embarrassing. It's coaching malpractice. We have to learn how to manage a clock in a football game.